Hello, 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 and happy Sunday to all of my wonderful gods and goddesses. Aquarius, that's you, and you. Let's get into your reading. Happy new moon. Hopefully you all are having a fantastic weekend, but then again, I know you are, because that's the intention. You said Aquarius. Let's get it. Most High God in the universe, please give a special reading for my wonderful Aquarius gods and goddesses as it relates to every area of their lives, specifically in areas of power and intellect, money and wealth, creativity and emotions, and spirituality, and where they need to take action. What information do we have from our open-minded humanitarians who are also very creative, very free-spirited, intellectual, progressive, original? I'm talking to you, Aquarius. Unique, friendly, powerful, and independent gods and goddesses, water bearers, the bearers of truth. What is this new moon have for you, Aquarius? Yes, it's time to bring some love into the situation. Love, love, love. Guess who is love? You. Yes. Yes. What information do we have from our wonderful gods and goddesses, Aquarius? What information do we have from our wonderful Aquarius? Now listen, Aquarius, I love this new moon energy for you. You know why? Because this is all about progress, right? This is all about progress for you moving forward. Guess using what? Technology. Yeah, yes, using technology, Aquarius. Yes, we got 4 planets that's retrograde. We're in this new moon energy, which is absolutely amazing. Here we have you looking for new windows of opportunity when it comes to money. So what this means, Aquarius, is that even if you have a job and you have some income, this is you looking for new windows of opportunity. Yes, new windows of opportunity when it comes to money. Here is your card, the Fool in Upright. This is attached to one of your ruling planets, Uranus. The other ruling planet for you, Saturn, is retrograde right now. We have Saturn, Pluto, Neptune, and Jupiter that are retrograde right now. Some of you all have been really giving a lot of attention to some things that you're quite frankly over it, right? Some friendships, and it's tied to your emotions. Some kind of relationships where it's a job that you've just been giving a lot of thought to, you're over it. Some friendships you've been giving a lot of thought to, and you're over it. Some exes been giving a lot of thought to, you're like, okay, I am sick and tired of being sick and tired, right? Great place to be in. Universe has you exactly where it wants you, right? Some of you all have been even thinking, when is my person coming into life? When is my person coming into play? When is it going to happen? Like, for real, when is it going to happen, right? So this is a time where you want to really detach yourself from this situation. You know, it's like let go and let the God in you send out frequencies in the universe of love, because love is the highest frequency, right? And so that's when you are completely healed. You are fully operating at a high frequency, Aquarius. Like I said, very open-minded. Someone who's a humanitarian. You're out there volunteering with organizations, doing some kind of charitable work. You're thinking outside of the box in most areas, including your love life. And when I talk about relationships, I'm talking about relationships across the board, Aquarius. So this is asking you to, this new moon energy is really asking you to look at your eyes with an objective lens, through an objective lens, right? Not subjective, but an objective lens, and see where you could innovate, right? Are there technology applications that could help you become a better version of yourself in that area right there? So you want to get online and you want to start doing some research on some things, like some even self-help, right? This is a fresh new brand new start for you all. Grab your amethyst and start looking at things like this is a fresh new start. Like I said, when we had the waning moon right before this new moon, some relationships were falling out of range, Aquarius. Let the relationships fall out of range with no resistance whatsoever. Your friends, some of your friends are not on the same frequency. You've been knowing that for quite some time. Let it fall out of range. Relationships in your family seem like your person's not calling you anymore. Let it fall out of range. Close the door and keep on moving forward, because you're really welcoming in new energy, right? And so this right here is you focusing on, instead of thinking about when is a new love going to come into my life, like when is a new person, even if you're currently in a relationship, this is again about you focusing on making yourself your own soulmate, right? Loving yourself deeper and harder, nurturing yourself, giving yourself the love that you would give to another person. This is not about being selfish, but this is about fulfilling yourself, right? Because again, You all do so much to help so many other people. And this is not a, well, let's sit down and say, okay, well, I do so much to help so many other people and nobody does enough for me. This is not that kind of conversation. This is more or less like, I'm going to start protecting my energy, right? I'm only going to offer, my spirit already permeates love throughout the universe already, right? But not everybody is ready to receive love. Like you just being friendly with people. You're not flirting with them. You're not hitting on them. You don't want anything from them. You are just, everything about your spirit is love, right? So with that comes people being attracted to you, Aquarius. But does it mean you're going to give attention to every single thing that comes your way? No, it doesn't. It means that some people are going to be put in a different category. Some people, you need to, let me get a good look at them first before I allow them to come a step closer, right? It's a brand new you. It's a brand new you. You have been in challenging relationships in the past. Like I said, some friendships have fallen out of range. You let it go. No resistance whatsoever. Because your primary focus, like I said, right now, is looking for new windows of opportunity when it comes to money, right? Because you have a greater purpose. Your purpose is serving the world as a whole, right? Healing the world as a whole. So you're not necessarily focusing on the challenging relationships, the onesie, twosie challenging relationships, could be with family, could be friends, whatever. Because you know that you're still able to come up with great ideas, still get things done. See how this person is walking a tightrope? They're still coming up with great ideas, reading or writing a book, not looking like what they've been through. Yes, some people have been through some very challenging relationships. And if your loyalty as a air sign, especially as a fixed sign Aquarius, because you're divine masculine by default, if you don't balance out your own energy and start nurturing yourself, because some of you all have, some of this right here looks like, I've been nurturing people for so long, but I'm sick and tired of nurturing people who refuse to nurture me. I'm sick and tired of considering other people's needs who don't even consider mine, right? Yes, this is you saying, okay, I'm going to consider my own needs first and foremost, right? And I'm going to focus on my money. I'm not having any more challenging relationships. So Pluto, that's retrograde right now, is focused on, Pluto is the death rebirth planet. So a lot of relationships are falling out of range, and you all are intentionally going in decluttering some of those other rooms. Matter of fact, let's talk about the number 53 for a second. 53 is a leadership number, and so it's best that you work for yourself. Short and simple. If you're tapped into the frequency of the number 53. 53 also means that you're oriented towards financial abundance and business, or would thrive in a field that allows you to use your gifts of invention, right? It means that you are creative, you are free, you're very verbal, you're highly inquisitive. It also means that you can accomplish a lot faced with obstacles. Even when faced with obstacles, you can still accomplish a lot. It means that because you have this deep underlying feeling in which there is much to accomplish. So again, right here, this is perfect. Stepping into the energy of 53. You are so focused, you're not even worried that you're walking a tightrope. This is how focused you are on getting the job done. Again, looking for new windows of opportunity. Let's continue your reading. So like I said, even if you have a job, even if you have current income, you're looking for new windows of opportunity. Your mind, and you're looking to technology to do it, right? To help you accomplish that, right? Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Technology is wonderful when you use it for the proper thing. So many people are online spreading, running smear campaigns and doing low vibration energy with that. But you, Aquarius, know exactly how to use technology. Yes, look at this. Remember when you felt like you were sabotaged in some relationships? At the moment you feel like you were sabotaging relationships, that's self-sabotage. And you moved forward in that relationship, it became self-sabotage. Now you're looking back at some of those relationships going, wow, I am so glad the relationship is over. But it's not coming from a place of hurt. It's not coming from a place of low vibration energy where you're talking about the person. None of that. As a matter of fact, don't even create space to even be in the company of people who are speaking negatively about their old friends. Hey, be grateful for the experience, but move on. That's where you are. I'm grateful for the experience, but I'm moved on. I'm now Queen of Swords. This love that you were giving so freely to other people, and I'm talking about deep love. This is you caring for some of your good friends. We're not talking about just romantic either. We're talking about love. I mean, like really being considerate of people's, your family members. Let's say you could have had a cousin or friend or whatever who didn't have enough money to buy their kids gifts for birthdays or whatever. And you were like, you know what? I'll take my last to make sure that their kids have something. That's deep love, right? Or let's just say, you know, you picked up a project with a colleague that may have been out of the office and they were sick, and you know they were supposed to meet a deadline, and you like, you know what, I'll go ahead and do it. I know I got a pile of work over here for me to do, but I'm going to make sure that theirs gets done. That's love, right? Let's say, for instance, for, you know, your ex-friend who's no longer your friend anymore because they fell out of range. Let's say, for instance, you just consider, you know, they went through a really rough time with their spouse or whatever. It's tons of examples that I can give where you exhibited a great deal of deep love for people. You deeply care about people, but now you're starting to put yourself first, and you're doing it unapologetically. Because whenever you put people first and they didn't reciprocate it, Aquarius, it caused you to be like this, kind of feeling hopeless when it came to relationships, right? And I'm telling you, you got sick and tired of being sick and tired of exhibiting true love in its highest form, at the highest frequency to people, and people just not catching on, like they're not reciprocating it. And you weren't doing it because you expected them to do it in return. You were just kind of hoping that, wow, the person would consider me when it came time for, if I ever needed anything. A lot of times people think that Aquarius will sit there and do all the work themselves and they will never ask other people for help. That is absolutely not true. There have been times Aquarius have asked people for help and it just wasn't reciprocated. It just wasn't, right? And so when you turn that love back onto yourself and you said, you know what, I'm going to find new and innovative ways so that I can hold space and create something that I know that I absolutely love to do, some humanitarian effort thing. Watch how things come together quickly. Watch how things come together quickly. And not only that, and watch how much you feel like you have a second wind. As long as you were in relationships, Aquarius, where people were taking advantage of your love, your kindness, your kind spirit, it drained you. It left you feeling like this. Like, you know what? That's what will cause anybody to vibrate low. Like, I am sick and tired of doing X, Y, and Z for everybody else, but as soon as I need just the slightest thing, they're not available, right? So now, and like I said, because you are healed, you're not saying no out of hatred or frustration. You're just more or less saying no because I need to put myself first. No. So let's take it back to the scenario. You got family members who didn't have enough money to buy their kids birthday gifts, whatever. And so you're looking at, if you want to give, it's because you want to give and you're really not expecting anything in return. If you want to give them some money to help with the birthday, you've already looked at all your other bills, your other expenses and stuff and said, okay, I do have some extra and it's not going to hurt me to help them or whatever. So if you give it to them and they never give it back or they never reciprocate it, that's on them. But if you start to realize it's a pattern that they're never available, even if you were to call them and say, hey, you got about 10 minutes, I really need to talk to you about something. You're not asking them for money. You're not asking them for anything except their energy and their time, right? Which are major resources, right? But you're not asking them for money or anything. And they say, oh no, I wish I could talk to you, but I'm so busy, I got everything. They are never available to you. At some point, you got to come up out of this relationship so you're not self-sabotaging, right, Aquarius? Yes, and so this gives you your energy back because you've allowed stuff to fall by the wayside, and guess what the energy the universe repays you with? It feels like a second wind, childlike exuberance. And here we have another money card. I see a lot of you all manifesting a great deal of money. So again, to kind of sort of wrap up your reading, let's pull an oracle card, but to kind of wrap up your reading, Aquarius, this is new moon energy for you. A lot of you all are using technology to come up with new ideas, new innovative ideas to increase your bottom line when it comes to your money. Take your power back, balance out your own energy. Some of you all are, listening to audio books. Some of you all are reading more books. Some of you all are, downloading apps on your phone, okay, how much water should I drink today? Okay, drink a gallon of water or a certain amount of ounces to your body weight or whatever. You're doing things to better yourself because it's a fresh new start, new beginning for you, Aquarius. So this is where you're coming out of being hooked on old habits. Because remember, you're a fixed sign. You're no longer hooked on old habits. You know, you're not holding on to those old habits. It's like safety mechanisms. No, you're like, it's time to come up out of that. It's a brand new day. It's a new me. I got my amethyst in hand. And so I'm getting ready to break up the monotony here. Yes. Alone time. I love it. Some of you all need to go swimming. When we talk about emotions, right? When I talk about love, right? Love. This is some of you all love being near water. So this is letting me know, go to the beach, go to a lake, go to a swimming pool, take some spiritual baths. But this is where you're going to spend some alone time just recharging your spirit, doing all the things that you love to do. What? To nurture yourself first, Aquarius. And when I tell you everything else is going to be released to you, it's happening. It's already happening, Aquarius. It's already happening. That's why I say bring love into the situation, right? Think outside the box. Detach from situations that don't serve your highest purpose unapologetically, right? You want to continue improving your karma by doing some charitable work. But this is what I have for you. Spending some alone time. That's what I have for you, Aquarius. Again, happy new moon. Bye.